Greetings, everyone. This is Kathy Waldron, the president of William Patterson University. And on behalf of the entire university community, and personally, I want to wish Gabe a very happy 96th birthday.
Greetings all, and thank you, Dr. Waldron. This is your humble narrator, Peter Grisafi. Another year has passed since we last gathered to celebrate the 95th birthday of our brother, professor, and coach, Gabe Vitalone. Since none of us knows what the time between future birthdays will bring, this presentation will celebrate reminders of Gabe's 95 years. In addition, Gabe's speech of last June is featured, although it's a gem and can stand alone. Let the 96th birthday celebration begin.
You guys know me very well, and you know I'm not without a great deal of emotion. It's one thing I was always loaded with. So, at the risk of being overwhelmed by your presence, I'd like to just reminisce a little bit with you. When I came to Patterson State, I had been working in various elementary schools over in New York City, and the coaching aspect escaped me wherever I worked. So I did some officiating, but I was always looking for that coaching job. And I met Ken Wolf over at NYU. We were both working on our doctorates, and he said he was coaching at Patterson State, and he said he needed an assistant coach. And why didn't I consider, coming over and working with him? And I thought about it, and I had been told when I taught in elementary school that I was a good teacher. And I thought, well, if I'm a good teacher, maybe if I could get to a place where they, as they would call it, trained teachers, I could get to more kids, and in that way I could help more kids. And so my wife, God bless her, when I went to tell her that we wanted to make a move, we'd only been married 2 years, she said, fine, let's go. So we did. We came over and started work with Ken. And some of you were there, and I know Jack was there in '57, which was my first year. Richie was there, and that was also '57. Rich, were you? You were 58. And so anyway, that was the start. And when I came here, I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know anything about any of the sports, any of the teams, any of the players. And I remember meeting some of you, in the first couple of days. And I felt as though I had moved back into my neighborhood. I knew immediately that this was where I belonged. And the reason for that was all of you and the others who came in with you. Because from day one, I saw in you the same things I saw in myself. I felt I knew a lot about you. I was first generation college student. You were first generation college students. I came from poor family. You came from poor families, working families. So there was this bond right from the beginning that there was something in you that was inside me. And I wanted to put something inside me that was inside you. And that has nothing to do with the academic aspects of your education. I'm not going to belittle them, whatever you got out of them measures, what you put into it. But I do know that the way that you treat people is the key thing. And I think as time went on, you got the feeling that I really cared about you. And I think once we crossed that gap, then it was open season. And out of that came this. So it's not academics, it's not specific things that we learned. We learned from the way that we treat other people.
Each of us remembers when we first met Gabe. During my very first days at Patterson State College in 1962, fortunate classmates reported that their professor seemed fair, genuine, and sincere. His status certainly was different from a very infamous English 110 professor. I recall Ross stating that those who passed his course should meet in the broom closet. I met Gabe again during the early 90s at monthly meetings of Phi Delta Kappa, an honorary fraternity for educators. Although retired, he was still very much interested in current trends and methods. As I became involved with the WPU Alumni Executive Council, Gabe was ever present. In addition to frequent gatherings initiated by Jules or Tony, I see Gabe at monthly meetings of the Old Timers Athletic Association of Greater Patterson. A yearly award is given in Gabe's name to an outstanding area coach. The most recent award was presented to our own Jack Moran. The Old Timers motto is "For the Kids." If interested in joining in what seems like a skull and poniard auxiliary, see Bob Stolars.
Other people. It's something that never changes because I've seen so many of you and I've seen the product of the work of many of you, and I know what people say about you as their teacher. You're the same way. That was the thing that we had, and we should still continue to treasure. Because now, as we grow older, we still have a contribution to make along those lines. They're people that we meet every day, and for us, maybe we hold the door open for somebody, maybe we say good morning to the toll taker as we go through, or we don't even do that anymore. But this whole idea of a smile sometimes can make all the difference in the world. So I think that's it. People have asked me, what's your secret? It's not a secret. What it is just be the person you are. And trust that when you share that with somebody, they're going to accept it. I can't tell you, and I could go out one by one and tell what I remember about each one of you because, don't give me a phone number today or an address or an email because I'm not going to retain it, But I can still name, I think, the starting lineup of the 37 Yankees. And I knew that Red Rolf's real name was Robert Abiel Rolf. So you remember the days when baseball cards were king. And it's amazing how much I still remember. Occasionally I get an odd answer on Jeopardy. When it goes back to one of my old baseball cards. But the thing is, we shared what we shared together, is priceless. I'm sorry to say that it will never happen again. If you've been back to the college, you know, it's still our college, yeah, but it's not what it was. You think back what the campus was like, think back to the snack bar. I mean, legendary. Can you imagine if that thing could have been on tape or film? Wow. It was unbelievable.
Hi all, this is Bill Justin. I'm here to watch the gubernatorial debate on William Patterson's campus. And as I was going to get a snack in the new student center, walked by what was for us the snack bar, and I wanted to get a shot to let you all know that it won't be here anymore, and this is the last vestige of it. Remember all the good times we had, all the fun, all the times we hung out there, but it's going to be gone, replaced by this new building called the Academic Building. Progress, but for us, it's memories. This is Tuesday, the 8th of October, 2013, never to be seen again.
Unfortunately, few, if any, alumni were consulted concerning the wisdom behind the plan to demolish a 188-year-old venerable structure. The snack bar in the Rock, also summarily destroyed, served as the center of campus life for thousands of graduates over several decades. Thanks to Bill Justin and many generous donors present today, Skull and Poniard, established in 1927, will maintain its rightful place in William Patterson University history.
Where was YouTube when we needed it?
I still have in my file, and if any of you want this, remember when the 7 students were suspended? You remember that? We suspended the whole student government? No? Was that before your time? I mean, I've got that whole thing. I said someday somebody's going to want this. Yeah. So it's in my file. If you know anybody who wants to go through that time when, and this goes back to the '60s when academic freedom was a new venture in higher education. But in any event, thank you for today, but more important, thank you for what you did for me while I was there, because you were the guys that made me successful, and I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you.
We love you, Dave.